Okay. Every year, well, now every year after the pandemic, I got a choice of the Black Box Theater on Granville Island and the beautiful Heritage Hall. But of course, we never have really super nice weather, mid-May, so I picked the Heritage Hall, and you're welcome. They don't have any air conditioning. What can I say? So thank you so much for putting up with us in this fairly warm environment. So make sure you put some ice from the beverages down your shirt, and everything will be okay. And that's probably the best we can do. We had a really successful event in the senior school tent last year, and I know Stacy and Dave would maybe prefer that we had the tent again, but it was my understanding it was going to be gone by this time, so that's why we're not in the tent this year. And it might have been a better way to go because it's a little bit cooler in the tent. So if Stacy has it her way, we might be on site back in the tent, well, some tent at WPGA next year. So anyway, so this is our triumphant return to beautiful Heritage Hall. We were in the tent in last year. We were last at Cabaret night at Heritage Hall in May of 2019. And this is our 10th year for WPGA Cabaret night. So thanks for keeping it going. Thanks to all these guys for trying so hard to keep the jazz and pop and soul and blues going. If we haven't met, my name's Wayne Elmer. I coach jazz combo and senior jazz band with my colleague Kevin Jackson. Maybe Kevin, you can do a wave there. Thank you. He'll also be playing trumpet in the ensemble tonight. What's going to happen is the jazz band is going to do 2 sets for you this evening. In the middle, the choir groups under the direction of Miss Lana Penner. Where is she? There she is. Miss Penner, can you maybe have a wave from the corner there? There she is over there. She's going to be on in the middle. And combo's going to play, and then this band is going to finish the night. So jazz band, choir, jazz combo, jazz band. In the meantime, though, this event is all about clinking glasses and maybe not smoke swirls or everything, but anyway, it's supposed to be about laughter and chuckles and dancing in the aisles if you like. That's wonderful. That's what this kind of environment is like. Believe me, I know what it's all about. I've done it for many, many years. And sometimes that's the most fun way for this music to happen. So don't be afraid to have a little bit of chatter and have a couple of extra beverages and extra couple of snacks. And don't be afraid of the clinking glasses while we're playing. Chef Stacy's has prepared and transported an exceptional tapas and beverage offering for your enjoyment this evening. I understand it includes a sampling of the overwhelming popular sushi bites from the CAF too. I didn't look back there, but maybe they got back there, I'm not sure. They've been added to the school dining hall lunch offering this year, so I assure you that your children eat this well at our school dining hall thanks to Chef Stacy's effort on a regular basis. We're asking student performers this evening to refrain from visiting the buffet, until before the jazz band goes back on again. How about that? Well, I think we should maybe hold it to the end of the evening so parents, you get your dollar's worth of excellent beverages back there, and we'll release the hounds at the end of the show, I think. Let's see, we ask that you enjoy the environment through your phone, muted please, and enjoy the social atmosphere instead of accessing your phone too, that would be great. If you wish to video record, don't obstruct the view of other guests. We've got the amazing Wade here doing a totally pro, look at all those cameras, look how fancy those things are, doing a totally pro video for you. It'll be available in the next few weeks. I know it's a busy time of year for Wade, so we'll see if he can get on his excellent editing, and we'll get them to you, and you'll be able to have a keepsake in following weeks of this excellent evening of performances. Just want to warn if you're in the front row of expensive seats, this band in particular can get pretty loud, so we won't blame if you put your earplugs in, or if we see the front couple tables get vacated as the evening goes on, we'll understand that you've moved to the back. But you've been warned, a bunch of teenagers playing jazz and pop tunes, sometimes they really want to rock the house, so just so you know. We're going to get the evening started with a hard bop classic written by Bobby Timmons and played by the Art Blakey Band. If you're a fan of jazz, you'll probably know who Art Blakey was. Hard bop style is a reaction to the bebop era of the middle 1940s and the 50s. This is where rhythm and blues, gospel music, soul and blues influences became popular. and tempos didn't have to be so blazing fast as in the bebop era. So we're going to start with this fine selection by Bobby Timmons, hard bop classic, solos from Eddie the Keys Wang on piano and Jack White on trumpet. Our first selection of the evening is Moanin'. Sorry, and Jack's got too many solos tonight, so it's going to be Tony Zhang on trumpet. Thank you. So this is jazz bands. We enjoy a number of styles that influenced the development of jazz. Latin tradition being a significant contributor. It is exciting when our next selection from the soundtrack of the Disney movie Encanto, have I got that right? Encanto, right? Was written by Broadway show tune phenom, Lin-Manuel Miranda, but this is in a super authentic guaracha cha-cha style. Guaracha, if you haven't heard it, it's a slow, funky groove from the Latin style that over the years has been embraced by jazz musicians. I love guaracha. The only thing missing here is a güiro. You should hear the güiro racking away there while they're playing. Anyway, you'll recognize this one from the song Encanto, with solos from Lucy Pashby and Seb Blomers on trombone from the 2021 movie Encanto. This is We Don't Talk About Bruno. Forgot we don't have tenor one. Next year we got 20 grade 8s coming up. There's going to be a good crop of tenor saxophones coming up. I'm looking forward to it. We Don't Talk About Bruno. We also do a little bit of swing music, even though the music of my youth and their grandfather's youth and their great-grandfather's youth is maybe that much more connected to the jazz tradition. This next one is written for the Duke Ellington Band in 1941. Juan Teasel, he was born in Puerto Rico actually, had a strong connection to Latin music, but the piece he wrote for the Ellington Band is in a swing style. So it's not like that last one we just did. I understand that the song title, Perdido, pardon me Spanish teachers, is translated from Spanish to mean lost and possibly sloppy or indecent. But I'm fairly certain that the song actually refers to, because I've been there, Perdido Street in New Orleans, the birthplace of jazz music. So Perdido, yeah, medium swing tune. Soloists are Damon Burton on alto saxophone, and if I got it right this time, Jack White on trumpet. Good, thank you. Perdido. That's what high school jazz band's supposed to do, play some swing classics. Perdido. We're going to change things up a bit though, can I say? This next one is a #1 hit by the godfather of soul, James Brown, and his band leader, Alfred Pee Wee Ellis. This is actually often considered the first ever funk song, and certainly one of the great funk classics. You know what the story of this is? James Brown was listening to Miles Davis's tune on the radio, 1967, So What? How's it go, Jack? So what? So what? And you'll hear that in this funk tune. And Miles Davis didn't play funk well until later anyway. So yeah, 1967 with that little quote from So What in there. Yeah, and it was a huge first funk hit ever. This is Cold Sweat with solos from, no, a solo from trumpeter Tony Zhang. Cold Sweat. Good God, y'all. This next one is actually an original written for high school jazz band. Gee, we actually do those once in a while. It's in a minor key. Oddly enough, well, it's in a minor key. It makes use of the blues scale. You might hear that influence on a solo from Seb Blommaerts. If I say that, Seb, will I hear some blues solo there a little bit? Yeah, good, okay. This is the Latin original by Doug Beach called Tampico. Yeah, okay, and Bo Pantage is on the drum kit. That's pretty cool, Bo. Thanks so much. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna play one more for you, and that was our introductory set. We'll bring the choir up just after this. We've got this last one to play for you before that. A huge R&B hit from 1966 by Steve Winwood. I think we played this one at the spring concert, but we'll do it again because it's so much fun for us. Yeah, Steve Winwood, as performed by the Spencer Davis Group, if you're old enough to remember that. Yeah, and unforgettable bass line is what I remember from being very little and hearing this, and a really cool Hammond B3 organ part. We don't have Hammond B3 organ. Believe it or not, Clive Austin, the first year I was at the school, had a beautiful Hammond B3 organ, but we didn't have any room to store it. So yeah, we can't do that R&B band yet that I really want to do someday until we get Hammond B3 back, I think, anyway. But in this particular one, those organ parts are arranged in tight harmony, transcribed for the horns. Okay, so you'll hear a little bit of what should sound like this great R&B hit. Solos, Kyle Goo, I think I got it right. Tony again, okay. On trumpet, Damon on saxophone, a real toe tapper to send you off into a brief break. This is Gimme Some Lovin'. much. Please enjoy some refreshments. Don't forget, right at the end of the evening, we're going to release these fine lovelies to the tapas buffet, so make sure you get your fill, refill your glass, have some goodies, and we're going to have the choir right up. Enjoy the rest of the show. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you very much for being here tonight. My name is Lana Penner, and I have the great pleasure of working with these vocalists. This project that we're doing tonight was an opt-in option for my singers, depending on how their academic loads were. These kids all were desperate to show up and sing with handheld mics, which is a lot of fun for singers. I'm going to introduce all three songs at once, and then I'm going to let the music speak for themselves. We're doing a set of Jamie Cullum songs. He is a favorite artist of mine, and a number of years I thought, hey, I should get these arranged for the kids. And so I went to a chap named Matthew Chalmers, who's actually a pretty big name writer in Los Angeles. He was a friend of a friend. And I said, Matthew, would you please consider arranging these three charts for my singers? And he did an amazing job. So we're the only people that have access to these charts. I paid for some of them, and my friend paid for some of them for his choir, and so they were created by us. Thank you to Jamie Cullum for this incredible music. So I'm going to start backwards from the set and then tell you about the songs and move forward, and then we're going to kick it off. The last one we're going to do featuring Jacob, grade 12 final concert, is You're Not the Only One, and it's a bit of a it's a bit edgy. All of Jamie Cullum's stuff has a little bit of an edge to it, which is probably why I like him so much. He's also very clever. He plays all the instruments. He's an incredible brain, heart, talent, all rolled in one. You're Not the Only One that sort of takes this idea that no matter what you want to do, you can do it. And he turns it on his head. And he says to this young boy who wants to be a rock star, you're not the only one, and maybe believing isn't just enough. So it's just a little bit edgy. Jacob will tell us that story. The second one is a gift. It's going to be a new group of singers doing the second last one called Photograph. And this is a great chart for us to sing because the kids are really giving this as a gift to you as their parents, because they will be singing about things that they have not yet experienced, I think. Well, certainly our soloist Spencer has probably not experienced most of the things that he's going to be singing about. It's about an older person, and I asked them, how old do you think the person is that finds this photograph? And Bo, I won't mention any names, but Bo said, oh, super old, like 50. And I went, Bo, your mark just went down a lot right now. You said middle age, like 50, old. Anyway, someone probably my age finds a photograph and looks at this photograph and realizes that the true magic of life is actually not about the big events. The magic of life is about all of those little events that happen that we can see in photographs. And Spencer's going to tell us about some new experiences that he has as a kid, and he's looking back. So you can really reminisce in this song. And the first one that we're going to do is going to feature lovely grade 12 singer Seb, who we're also saying goodbye to tonight. And it's called All at Sea. And that phrase, all at sea, has two meanings here. One is, all at sea is, you're a little bit discombobulated, you're a bit adrift. And Jamie is just saying, at those times, the best thing to do is to go inward and to have some alone time. And maybe if you want, you can join me after that, but I need some time for myself. I'm going to put away my phone, and I'm going to be quiet and get some solitude. We also have some other solos throughout the set. We've got Sophie taking one. Adrian takes a great solo. Am I missing anyone? Manuela. I hope you enjoy these three pieces, starting with All at Sea. Thank you to my band behind Gabriel, who's been with us all year. We've got incredible Zach on the bass guitar, Nick on guitar, and Bo, who sings in the choir, but tonight he's on drums for us. So thanks very much. I will just say, I was sitting here looking at the band and my choir, and I don't know what was in the water 14 years ago, but the number of grade 9s that populate our ensembles is unbelievable. The entire first row, except for Zach, we're grade 9 boys. I've got so many grade 9s in the choir, so whatever y'all were doing, I'm loving on it. Thanks very much for that. Enjoy.
Forgot my roots, if only for a day, just me and my thoughts, sailing far away, like a warm drink it seeps into my soul. Please just leave me right here on my own. Later on you can spend some time with me if you want to. All at sea.
I'm all at sea.
All at sea.
Where no one can bother me.
Bother me.
I sleep by myself. I drink on my own. Don't speak to nobody.
I gave away my phone. Like a warm drink it seeps into my soul. Please just leave me right here on my own. Later on you can spend some time with me if you want to. All at sea. Now I need you more than ever. I need you more than ever now. You don't need it every day, but sometimes you should just crave. You don't need it every day. Never know what you might find. So come and spend some time with me, and we will spend it all at sea. Like a warm drink and seeps into my soul. Please just leave me right here on my own. Later on you can spend some time with me if you want to. All at sea. Only if you want to. All at sea. Spend some time with me, baby. All at sea. happened in that long tall grass about a mile from Harold Place. I can't remember how it started or if it lasted that day in the sun. We said that we were gonna study hard. Study hard. We held the books instead of hands. She held the blanket over cans of beer. I can't deny I was so full of fear. And it's just another story caught up in another photograph I found. It's like another person lived that life a great many years ago from now. When I look back on my ordinary life, I see so much magic, though I missed it at the time. When I look back on my ordinary life, I see so much magic, though I missed it at the time. And there's the first time that I tried that stuff. I think I looked a little green. I remember throwing up behind a bush, and I found it hard to use my feet. And who's that easily led little boy who's really off his head? It was the same night that I kissed that girl, tall one with the auburn hair. I remember laughing 'cause to kiss me, she had to sit down on a chair. She tasted like the schnapps she'd drunk and the cigarettes she'd stolen from her mom. And it's just another story caught up in another photograph I found. When I look back on my ordinary life, I see so much magic, though I missed it at the time. When I look back on my ordinary life, I see so much magic, though I missed it at the time. When I look back on my ordinary
so excited, but that first sprung it feels so cold. The air up there looks so inviting. You'll do the rest when you are old. The printed pictures, they stain your eyes. It's like a memory you don't own. The architecture of your grand plans, designed to put you on a throne. The bitter taste of the unknown. I'll tell you for nothing, you're not the only one. Singing, singing, trying to bring to life your dreams. I'll tell you for nothing, you're not the only one who believes. I don't know if you're gonna make it, how many girls you're gonna know. I don't know if you'll pay your dad back with front row tickets to the show. You're not the only one. Singing, singing, trying to bring to life your dreams. I tell you for nothing, you're not the only one who believes. I tell you for nothing, you're not the only one. Singing, singing, trying to bring to life your dreams. I tell you for nothing, you're not the only one who believes. Tell you for nothing, you're not the only one. Singing, singing, trying to bring to life your dreams. I tell you for nothing, you're not the only one who believes. Oh, I tell you for nothing, you're not the only one. Singing, singing, trying to bring to life your dreams. I tell you for nothing, you're not the only one who believes. Whoa. You're not the only one.
You're not the only one. You're not the only
I encourage a small group of student musicians every year to form a jazz combo in second term, and this particular crew has played a number of school functions this year, so I wanted them to play for you to show what a small group can do. We've asked guest guitarist Nick Newman to sit in with us. Nick, if you can have a wave there, that'd be great. He's going to support our rhythm section. And I'm going to play a third harmony part with the group. They're going to do 2 numbers for you just to show what they're up to. The first is an Eddie Harris Latin funk rock tune with a cool stop time solo. Stop time solo break, sorry, it's called Cold Duck Time. This is solos from Damon Burton, Jack White, and Mr. Newman is going to lay down some licks for us. They're going to do another selection. It's a crossover jazz soul hit written by Joe Zawinul in 1966 for the Cannibal Adderley group. Cannibal Adderley being one of the top 5 great jazz saxophone players of all time. I wish I could play like Cannibal Adderley. Featured on the classic jazz album Live at the Club. As Cannibal Adderley states on the live album about this last tune we're going to play for you. Sometimes you don't know what to do when adversity takes over, but we should take advice from pianist Joel Zawinul and just say, mercy, mercy, mercy. Okay, don't forget the soft thing, right? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, you're on the bottom? Top? You're on one. One. Two. And one. Two. Three. Not that I'm biased or anything, but we're going to start our second set of the evening with another tune popularized by the Cannonball Adderley Quintet, Jive Samba. It's written in a Latin jazz style in 1963 by Nat Adderley. Nat Adderley was Cannonball Adderley's brother. Julian Cannonball Adderley was my hero. Actually, oddly enough, Nat Adderley was a cornet player, so no wonder he didn't have a great solo career, but he's a great writer. This particular tune, Jive Samba, it starts with a tongue-in-cheek reference to a comical musical riff that you might remember from back in the day. Right? It's actually written into this tune, believe it or not. That's the jive part of the title, Jive Samba. This one has no baritone saxophone player because we are missing him. Good, and but there are solos to make up for that by Kyle Good on alto saxophone and Seth Blommers on trombone. This is Jive Samba. We've been talking a lot about executive functioning. Just trying harder and harder all the time. Thanks for your patience. So if you don't recognize those ones, you'll recognize this next one. Yeah, you know, funk, soul, disco, it's all part of sort of the jazz idiom, especially nowadays. One or two R&B, soul, funk, disco groups of this type have broken into the best-selling music category, but maybe none to the same level or pop success anyway as the great group Earth, Wind, and Fire. Yeah, okay, I remember it from my high school gymnasium. It was really fun. They had a killer horn section. It was a big feature of the band. Excellent writing, fantastic vocals, amazing rhythm section. Our next selection is a medley of their biggest hits. If you might remember Let's Groove, Boogie Wonderland, and Sing a Song. This arrangement is titled Earth, Wind, and Fire Dance Mix. Yeah, try to mix it up. That's a fun disco dance mix. Our next selection is a funk instrumental made popular by the Meters. This is their big, huge hit, I guess. It made it nearly to the top of the R&B charts in 1969. That's pretty exceptional for an instrumental selection. No vocals on this one. Believe it or not, I don't know if you know the tune well, but the funk style in this case is actually influenced by a New Orleans street beat. So it's kind of like the New Orleans parade kind of thing behind the funk beat, which is pretty cool. Maybe that's why it was such a huge hit. This is solos from Damon Burton, and Mr. Newman's going to play for us. This is the Meters' Sissy Strut. wasn't going to congratulate him, I will anyway. Ruben, that's really, really nice bass playing there. Wonderful job. Good work. Ruben's only been reading a little bit, but he's got really amazing ears, so he's a welcome addition to the band. Really nice funky bass there. We've got a few tunes left for you here. We've got this next one, though, that is actually a collaboration, because we don't do a gig with the amazing choir and not have one of those amazing vocalists come in sing with us. So we're going to do this next one, which was a big hit for the legendary Nina Simone in 1965. Maybe still the most popular version of the song. Everybody likes Nina's version better than Michael Bublé's. Oh, Mike's a great singer. Amazing job. The band has put together our version of the sultry Feelin' Good, and we'd like to bring up Miss Manuela Shklenka to sing it with us. Manuela, come on up and grab the microphone.
Birds flying high, you know how I feel. Sun in the sky, you know how I feel.
showing up as a vocalist all the time, I tell you. Pretty fun though. We got two more. We got, first it's an up-tempo modal jazz classic. This is Miles Davis again, written in 1957, written on the album of the same name, Milestones. The piece is a landmark in jazz history because it's recognized one of the first, if not the first, modal tune. You might be able to hear an emphasis on modal scale structure on this piece, not just major or minor, but a hybrid sequence of pitches that is created from those scales. Solos from Damon Burton and Jack White. Have I got that right? Okay, up-tempo Milestones. Okay, Cannibal Adderley played on that one too, so that's why it's one of my favorites anyway. Let's see. I just want to take the opportunity before our last tune here tonight to thank our guest performers. Of course, it was Mr. Kevin Jackson who coaches the band with me at the back. Mr. Jackson, give you a wave. Thanks. Mr. Nick Newman on guitar, give you a wave, Mr. Newman. Mr. Brian Harding on bone. Good, and a special, very special guest who has an excellent, what would you call it, Casey? It's what's the name of it again? This guy, it's called The Leading Ladies, if you get a chance to see it. Is it big band, really? Okay, it's a little big band made all up of the girl types, playing really amazing tunes. Yeah, it's about time. And I understand you guys are going on a tour coming up and so on. And yeah, as a matter of fact, Did I see you on the news or something recently? Or okay. Yeah, something like that. Maybe. She's just so modest. But anyway, yeah, leading ladies, Little Big Band. So that's Casey Thomas Burns on bass trombone. Thank you. Also have to send our thanks out to audio techs, Max Sample over there, and our very own Maddie Anero. Thank you. Mrs. Goddard was at the door as our bouncer today, so I hope you signed off with Mrs. Goddard. She couldn't stay late tonight, but she was helping at the door. I got to thank Mr. Shaw and the maintenance team, all this lovely hot lights and tables and everything that's in here because of Mr. Shaw and his maintenance team. Mr. Parker and Mr. Anthony, as usual, for their tireless support of the music program. I have to send out thank you, Mr. Anthony, Mr. Parker. Thank you so much. Also, I just have to send out a shout out to PVG, if you're connected with PVG, if you support the PVG, and Shaping Lives especially, it's been invaluable to us types for having excellent audio and lighting and instruments and so on, so we can give the kids the absolute best experience possible. I want to send out a shout out to parents to thank you so much for supporting your children in this very special activity, for encouraging regular practice. Regular practice, good. Okay, paying the bills for instruments and supplies and lessons, and listening to that practice when the first few times through a new piece isn't always pleasing to the ears. And of course, this evening, thank you to Chef Stacy and her team for a wonderful evening. Thank you again. Before we do our last tune, I've got more babbling to do for you. I would like at this time to acknowledge the consistent effort of all of our grade 12 students who contribute to the school music program over the years. I have a list here that says Seb would like to stand up and take a bow, and Edward Wang would stand up and take a bow. Tony would stand up. Good, and vocalist Jacob Rivelis. Where are you, Jacob? Are you still here tonight? Jacob, where is he at the back there? Okay, you might have taken off. Okay, thank you, Jacob, for all your efforts. Thanks so much for your commitment, showing your passion for our art form, and being such great models for our younger students. Best wishes to you for all that is to come. Let's hope you can keep music in your lives and encourage your children to be involved with music. Thanks again. Thanks especially for being such a great audience and for sharing our environment this evening. The band likes to play music from the jazz, blues, and pop traditions. I hope you're aware of that this evening. Sometimes from music from their parents or grandparents, and sometimes great-grandparents' youth, like I suggested earlier. We're going to finish the evening with a fantastic blues standard that became a classic R&B tune. This is actually first recorded by legendary bluesman Robert Johnson. If you don't know who Robert Johnson is, you don't know what the blues is. It's attributed to him, but it's probably been around a couple of decades before he just recorded it and changed the lyrics in honor of a great blues town. This is featuring, I'll just say it, solos from whoever wants to play. This is Sweet Home, Chicago. Thanks for coming. We hope you enjoy the evening.
It's like a We're back, baby. We are back. It's crossed my mind that I'll be 55 years old this year. Bo, that makes me a senior citizen, right? Like really old. And I was doing the quick math and realizing, because of this little thing called COVID, we haven't inhabited this place since I was in my 40s when I did the math. It's been that long, it's been 4 years. In fact, students that are here in grade 12 would have been the only ones that may have been performing here or remember performing here back at that time. And I'm so pleased to be back. When I drive by it, when I come up to it, we think of it as the Heritage Hall on Main Street, but it shall now forever be known as Wayne's World and Lana's Lounge, because they have changed the flavor of this place. And when we come to a place like this, our spirits are lifted. It feels ephemeral. It feels like we're in church. It also feels like we're in school with Wayne Wikipedia Elmer, giving us an education on all the pieces that we're listening to, with Lana making us, getting the shivers down to our livers, with all the song choices that we have up here. It's a beautiful experience to come together as community. It's a beautiful experience where the community actually spills outside, and strangers walking up and down Main Street were coming up to the door wanting to come in to be a part of this. How proud was I when I got to say this is a high school group, and there are students up here that are 13, 14, 15, 16 years old performing like this. It's a beautiful thing. When I contemplated my very ordinary life, and I went all the way back to high school, I played volleyball, and I played football, and I played soccer, and as long as you promise not to tell anybody, I'll confess that I also played a lot of Dungeons and Dragons. And I thought all of those things made me cool. And it's now tonight that I've recognized that I totally missed it. This is the birth of cool. This is what I should have been doing circa 1957, Miles Davis, right, Jack? The birth of cool. I missed it, and I don't know yet if I believe in the sweet hereafter, but if I get there, I hope this is what I'm listening to on my way there. Hopefully, actually, it's all about reincarnation, and when I come back, I want to come back as one of these people. How they fit all this in is remarkable with everything that they do in their lives. They're extremely busy. They were on show tonight. You had us tapping our toes and grooving and moving. You turned your parents into screenagers as they picked up their phones, and they were videotaping everybody up here. It's a beautiful thing, and I think that by virtue of being in a city that's in the middle of a heat wave, we all just got 10 degrees cooler by being here tonight and being part of this. So thank you for being with us. Thank you once again to our student performers. We really appreciate the gift you gave us tonight. Jacob R., Charlie Parker, Jason Parker. Oh, really? There we go. You guys come up, you have a couple of comments to give. Thank you, everybody. Safe home.
Thanks. Did you come out tonight as a Dungeons and Dragons player? I may have done that once in college. Okay, hey, so I showed up, I had one present, and I looked around the room and I ran back out to the street. Well, first of all, I gave the gift to Ralph Huggins because he's my favorite administrator. And then I ran out to the street and I yelled out a cookie for my kingdom, and then this nice lady from the coffee shop came out and said, hey, I'll just sell you some cookies. So I've got like pounds and pounds of cookies for you, and like 11 of your favorite, well, maybe one box has 11, the other one has 10, but I bought a dozen. So we could have Wayne and Lana come up with, like to present them a gift and thank them for all the magic tonight. Come on up. There you go. Yeah. So you and your 10 favorite students or 10 favorite friends, or you tonight alone with just 10 cookies, or maybe one a day for the next 10 days. A round of applause for the Genius Bar tonight. Yeah, right? Yeah. Put me on your friend list, please. Okay, we'd like to end it with some student voice.
Thank you very much, Mr. Parker, and thank you very much for, I'm just appreciative of West Point Grey for putting this all together and allowing us to perform in this space, because as you said, it's truly a special night. I have worked with Ms. Tovey for 10 years now. I started in grade 3, where I like to tell this story. She plucked me out of a bunch of grade 3s along with 2 other people in my grade and threw us into the Remembrance Day performance for the Orpheum. And she trained a bunch of bedraggled, completely foreign to music grade 3s into fully functioning musicians that could perform and sing like angels, kind of, to the entire Orpheum for Remembrance Day. And that was the beginning of choir for me, officially. And so over the next 10 years, we spent a lot of practice, 7 a.m. mornings, whether it be in the tent, in the rain, or down in the music room in the junior school, up in the music room in the junior school. There's been a lot of places and a lot of occasions that we have worked together, and over that time, it's been really special to watch how she shapes people who, like me, have never done music before, cannot read music, and she gets this out of them. This, what you all saw tonight. And I think her passion for what she does and her expectations her high expectations, because she knows that all of us have incredible potentials and she helps us achieve that. And so I'm incredibly grateful, and I know the rest of the choir is, for Ms. Toby. So thank you very much. Please give her a hand.
Wow.
You gonna play us out? Is that the show? It's done.
We'll have an encore ready for next time. Thanks, guys. Safe home, everybody. Thanks for coming. Go outside and stay nice and cool. Really appreciate your time.